Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today me and Ben are playing some Clash Royale. As you can see, we put quite a few troops in to stop that Giant Skeleton and Bloom, as they are pretty strong troops and they both have massive guns which do one too many bits of damage. Anyway, that Prince comes in, but Ben's switch kills it, and then they've got a Skeleton army rolling in. But just the Skeleton army by themselves, they actually do quite a lot of damage. So I did place a Tombstone, which I could have placed something else to reduce the amount of damage we took, but I just placed a Tombstone. Anyway, as you can see, Ben's got a Miner, X-Bow, Rage Spell and a Mirror, which he's got with a Inferno Tower in it. We do tend to use the X-Bow to take out the towers quite a lot, but sometimes that doesn't go as planned, like it did here. But anyway, it's good to get rid of that Valkyrie, as they do have quite a bit of health and their attack is quite strong. But we place a Witch down, the Battling Ram comes in, which I have noticed is pretty weak, but when you actually get a shot off with it, it's pretty strong. Followed by two Barbarians, which also have loads of health and have good amount of attack. So another tactic we like doing is double Goblin Barrel, maybe even a triple, followed by a Rage Spell. As you can see, we put them up top left, which done quite a bit of damage, but unfortunately didn't get the tower. All of our troops just died to that Giant Skeleton bomb, but it doesn't really matter, as two Brave Dragons roll in on the right, which struggle to take out, saying we have no Alexa. But Musketeer tries her best, got both Brave Dragons, then was taking out by the Barbarian and the Spear Goblins. The Prince is pretty easy to counter. All you need is like the one Alexa skeleton or just a cheap troop to distract him. Then put an air troop in or something strong, which can take him out while he's struggling to take out the not so costly troop. It doesn't even have to be a strong troop, just put like skeletons. Skeleton armies a really good way to counter him. It only costs 3 Alexa and it kills him, where he costs 5, so you get quite a bit. You get 2 extra Alexa for your kill. The skeleton goes in up top there, but is taken out. But the bomb does quite a lot of damage, getting rid of the little hut. The X-Bow's up there as well, killing that Barbarian. Ben put some bats in just to get rid of that Barbarian, so the X-Bow can live on and do more damage, as they do place a battle round which takes it out. They place a Bloom, but the match is over, making it a 2-1 victory to us, which is good for our first game. And I got a silver chest, which gave me nothing. Also, we use the Inferno Tower purely for defense, nothing else, because it's just loads of trash at everything else. As you can see, we do double Goblin Barrel followed by Rage Spell, which is countered with arrows, which was just unfortunate, otherwise that would have probably taken out that tower. Then there's Goblin Barrel by itself, does loads of damage, followed by a second Goblin Barrel, which is double the damage, plus a Rage Spell, which is like double that damage. And yeah, so they placed a Bloom, but we only have a Witch to counter, so they do get a few shots off, followed by the big bomb. Musketeer goes in to try and stop that Baby Dragon along with the Inferno Tower, and the Miner goes up top left to do some damage, which does a bit of damage, but miners either get countered by a Skeleton army or just spam troops like that, as he's mostly focusing on the actual clan castle and not anything else at that point in time. I put my minions in to try and take out a few of those skeletons, as there's so many which take out our tower, followed by that Witch. So Ben's Witch goes in, and then we just have to jump Goblin Barrel with a couple of bats in to stop that Prince from touching our tower, as he does loads of damage. Another really good counter to the Prince is the Witch, as most people should know. We put that Tombstone down as they put the balloon down, so the Tombstone would distract the balloon, but he had a lightning spell which unfortunately took out our Tombstone, meaning that the balloon made contact with our King Tower, which was just unfortunate. They do put the Baby Dragon down, as none of us have any more Alexa, which is really unfortunate. And Ben just Rage Spells the X-Bow, meaning that thing is firing so many arrows Followed by Golden Bell, big giant skeleton thing. But they get countered by arrows, and most of those skeletons die to the, died to the big bomb, and then the little skull thing, whatever it's called, what's it called? Wallbreaker, but it's not actually called that, can't remember his name. Gets one bomb thrown at him. I don't know. Losing my mind, hold on. Anyway, the witch is doing a bit of damage to us, but nothing we can't handle as she gets taken out. Up top, the X-Bow and Witch are going in, and we get that win as well. That is just such a good combo. The X-Bow plus a Rage Spell, just loads of damage, which means we got a 3-1 and a golden chest, which was pretty good inside. So coming into our next game, what about now? Yep. We start with a double witch, which is really strong. Love that for defending. They place a P.E.K.K.A, so we double witch and put bats, baby dragons in to counter that skeleton army. They follow up with fibre and arrows, which hasn't really done much, so they do get one shot off our tower, but we kill their P.E.K.K.A. Go Goblin Bells up right, followed by Rage Spell, so we can get more damage off, saying they didn't have fibre or arrows in rotation as they just used them. So we got that tower, but they were killed by the Valkyrie pretty soon after, but at least we got the tower. So the Musketeer goes to the baby dragon, and Ben was just deciding to put his Inferno Tower, which he does. Willy P.E.K.K.A gets actually melted by that baby dragon, but he just tanks on, and then the baby dragon is eliminated by the Inferno Tower. The skeleton army comes in and counters our Inferno Tower along with the Hog Rider. Then we put a witch in due to that's all we had. Double witch takes out the Hog Rider, but then they split up, which wasn't the most ideal thing. We normally like to stick the witches together as they have double the amount of skeletons and they just do loads of damage. Then using the mirror on the right side of the spawn in another witch. The Goblin Bell goes up and does quite a bit of damage. Sorry. Willy P.E.K.K.A's running towards our base, but that gets quickly taken out. Hog Rider comes in, but the tombstone, which I didn't realise I placed down bottom left, spawns in a few skeletons, followed by the Ben's bats. My minions go in to try and stop that witch, but also the Musketeer's holding her up, so we're all good there. Baby Dragon's coming from the left, but then puts his Inferno Tower down, and it's double Alexis, and this is where things get serious. Another Baby Dragon coming in on the right, but the Inferno Tower is struggling to take out each one of those skeletons, so we're placing the Baby Dragon and two witches to counter-attack that. Hog Rider's coming in, got one hit off, but it doesn't really matter because then we go ahead and take out the rest. They unfortunately get a left side base with that Musketeer, but she's quickly taken out by the tombstone skeletons. Ben's Rage Spell was a bit off, but he come through as they face the skeleton army and they got wiped out. The Miner goes in and the Goblin Baron also goes in, which do damage, but the Willy P.E.K.K.A have both been covered. So the battle will end in 10 seconds, so we place this in down bottom right, followed by Baby Dragon up top right. As our Hog Rider couldn't get to our base, and then it went to sudden death. We had 3 witches on the pitch at the time on the battleground, followed by a Rage Spell to just enhance everything to make things a lot quicker, which went well, actually went pretty good. We killed everything, which was all literally 1 HP, but the skeleton was distracted as she got taken out. I put the tombstone in so they won't go for our tower. Musketeer goes in for the Hog Rider, but he turns around to take out the Inferno Tower, which he does. I put my Baby Dragon in to do splash damage, just take out that skeleton army a lot quicker. But then one too many troops and they manage to get a couple of hits off on our tower, but that's nothing because we have about 2 or 3 witches in there. All our Rage Spell, I'm P.E.K.K.A's trying to get there, but my tombstone distracts him just enough so we can kill him, and then we just end it on that as a draw. That was an unfortunate game, we could have won, you know, it doesn't matter, we held on, got the draw, and we almost lost that game, so, you know. Moving in to our next game, I think this is our 4th game, yep, And we have double witch again, double goblin barrel, and rage spell. So we go for the double witch from the right to counter their prince, double goblin barrel up top, followed by rage spell. The mini P.E.K.K.A goes in because he's an absolute unit. As we get that first crown on the left side, and then goblins move in for the crown tower, which done quite a bit of damage. Anyway, our double witch is doing quite a bit of damage to that prince. Managed to kill him, but they place double baby dragon, and one of our witch dies, but one of them stays alive, and the baby dragon is placed, followed by bats to help out take that other baby dragon. And when they face minions, wasn't the strongest choice. The hunter comes in, who's a really good unit, as he shoots 10 bullets, each one of them does 52 damage, or when he's leveled up, more. And if you use him for skeleton army, he's quite good. He gets multiple targets, in air and ground targets. He deals damage at the same time, which is really good. So we put double goblin barrel up in the king tower, followed by rage spell. It would have been smarter if we'd probably done that to the right side tower, but anyway we got loads of hits off, which was really good for us. We're placing Inferno for defence, but we have an Expo which is going in now, which takes about half a year to spawn in. But once it does, it absolutely tanks the skeletons, then tanks the witch, as it doesn't do air targets, which is unfortunate. They placed the giant skeleton, but baby dragon and Expos on that, followed by the princess tower, who is quickly taken out with 60 seconds left on the clock. Got an elixir time, so they're placing the dragon, we place the witch and musketeer to take out the air defence. We're looking to count that prince. Oh right, we do. We have skeletons to distract him while double witch takes him on. Hunter gets a few hits off on our skeletons there, but we just lay round after round into him as minions try to come in. Skeleton horde doesn't really do anything, and then army, but you know, still. Minion on the left side, moving in, but he's getting held back by the skeletons as he pushes forward now after the witch and baby dragon has spawned in. I put my skeleton I can get the second crown, and then the third one appears. After they didn't do any damage to either of our towers, they didn't even scratch them, and that was a real good game for us. So we spawned with double witch again. I don't know what these spawns are, but they're just really lucky. We placed giant skeleton top left, so we placed double witch to counter, plus no, don't actually place that yet, but we got baby dragon. Oh, now we place the inferno tower to get the damage off, so that's going to work. Conqueror placed on the right side, which our princess tower is taken care of, so we placed goblin barrel plus rage spell up to right, followed by a second goblin barrel because he just used his arrows, which was really handy for us, so our goblin got a few more hits off. Rage spell was wasted unfortunately, but that doesn't matter anymore as they've got a Valkyrie pushing in. So I placed mini P.E.K.K.A because mini P.E.K.K.A can take on Valkyrie really well. Luckily he goes for the Valkyrie, not the skeletons, which he's quickly killed by the skeletons. And we are left on 47 HP on that tower, which is taken out by the witch unfortunately. But apart from that, the Inferno tower goes in, but it's getting distracted by the skeletons as our witch moves in with her skeletons and kills off their witch. Prince is distracted by the skeletons, which is always good. As he dies, then places his witch for a double witch. He wastes his fireball on one witch, so the second witch can come in with full health, and followed by baby dragon with full health. He does get hit once, and then they place another baby dragon, which is quickly taken out due to the amount of power we're putting in. Mini P.E.K.K.A straight spawns behind my witch, but that's fine as we take him out as well. Expo is just spawning in, but giant skeleton is getting beaten the crap out of as his bomb explodes and hits their giant skeleton, not dealing too much damage, about a quarter of the health. But bats and minions are placed, and so the Expo gets a few shots in for them being destroyed. Arrows are shot and kills our little troops up in the air there. Mini P.E.K.K.A goes and kills that Valkyrie, followed by the Inferno tower, and then the big skeleton is attacked by double witch. The prince is trying to take out the Inferno tower but gets gets lit up, and then the witches push on to get killed. We have a tombstone in the back there just to make sure they don't go toward the King's Tower and they hit the tombstone instead. Also slowing down their troops as they have to destroy skeleton by skeleton to actually get to our side, which is really strong. So we managed to get one crown, but they've got a massive attack on the left side, which we're placing everything we can on. We place one witch to take care of that baby dragon on the right side. But it doesn't look like our King Tower's doing anything to help. Finally he decides to. Like comes the sudden death, they place a fireball and get rid of our tower, meaning they got the 2-1 victory. If it wasn't sudden death, I reckon we could have held on and played on. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of this content with Ben, make sure to go to his channel, give him a like and sub. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one.